Yo, it's the NRW, your boy Kuya P, and I'm excited to be joined with some of the amazing team behind the movie Free Guy, Christophe Beck, Ethan Tobman, and Chris O'Hara. How are you guys doing, man? I'm excited. I'm blasting off like behind me.
Man. Woo! Got me all
doing great.
Up, Kuya. Woo! Come on.
Dude, so excited to talk to you guys. Man, this amazing video game project. Are you guys gamers yourselves before this kind of came through to you guys?
Yeah.
Or do you even have time because you're such amazing folks with everything you do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was a big gamer growing up. And you know, first I started off with like obviously the really G and PG related stuff, but then, you know, Sim City and the naughtiness of that. And then that got me into more of the world building stuff. Lately, I remember when Red Dead Redemption and Anno and Shadow of the Colossus came out, I lost like huge days to playing world building games. I remember getting called for a music video and saying like, no, I'm not available. I'm halfway through the game. So yeah, this was a really unique experience to, you know, maybe do a movie about a video game done right.
I love it. How about you, Chris?
I think in college I had a little, you know, gaming episode to where I, you know, was hooked on Super Mario Brothers back in the day and would have dreams about it. But since then I haven't really played. And then I have 3 teenage kids, and they let me know how horrible I am at video games. And so I just retreat to a corner and sit there by myself. So as far as, you know, video games now, I don't really play all that much. I watch them.
I gotcha. Christophe, how about you?
Yeah, I was obsessed with gaming as a kid, but I'm going to date myself here. That meant going to the arcade and like lining up the quarters. You know, as an adult, I have dabbled in gaming myself. I would get obsessed with it for a week or two at a time and then realize, you know, I have actual responsibilities. Of course, vicariously through my kids who are both avid gamers, I get exposed to it as well. I
love it. All right, I have not much time, so I just really want to hit you guys up personally on what you guys brought to the table. Ethan, with production design, you had this NPC that you just had to create real quick. Can you tell me what was like the biggest thing with that in challenge, putting that into Free Guy?
I mean, this movie is like a production design dream. It's an original concept. It's a high concept. It's a feel-good concept. There's no rules. There was no framework. So the biggest challenge for me was creating 2 worlds, the world inside the game and the world outside, with really specific rules from color palette and symmetry to weather and depth of field. And then the other challenge was creating a world for a half-developed character. Like, this is a guy who, like, they've literally audited how many gigabytes they're willing to spend on his apartment. So his apartment is half developed as a result. He doesn't have a doorknob. One of the days of his calendar is missing. There's only one type of cereal in his cabinets. There's only one bowl, one spoon, one glass. We really got to be expressionistic and creative about externalizing this really weird concept. And we just had a field day burying Easter eggs.
Hell yeah, I can't wait. Christophe, the sound, it's video games, challenging yourself with that on the soundtrack.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we got a lot of inspiration from Grand Theft Auto. The soundtrack in those games is basically song after song after song coming from the car speakers that you spent so much time in. So, of course, we wanted to take inspiration from that. And the game Free City in this movie, you hear a lot of songs. But what is more exciting to me as a composer is the character arc that Ryan Reynolds' character is named Guy goes through. He starts off with that kind of childlike innocence and naivete as he goes to his job every day, gets held up 12 times a day at gunpoint. And the music sort of starts off from a point of repetitiveness, but also a very kind of positive hopefulness as well. Then as he awakens to the possibilities that there might be more to this life than what he's experienced so far, that's where the orchestra gets bigger, the themes get bigger, and the music gets a little bit juicier and frankly more exciting for me. And that's where I get to do some real storytelling. So the challenge was really to bridge all these worlds together musically.
I love it. And to wrap us up, Chris, explosions, video games, stunt work, practical virtual effects. How did you put your stamp onto this?
I think we have an open slate of what we could do, and so video games are super fantastical in what you can achieve in there, and so finding what we can put into our movie to kind of use practical stunts along with visual effects help. There was no limit. I think that the big thing is we had to kind of rein ourselves in of what we could do. And then, doing stunts that helped the story, that drove the story, a lot of the stuff of him learning and Guy learning and, from some of the stuff going on in the movie was just really cool to be part of. And, the three-peat where he gets robbed numerous times and learns along the way, just little things like that were really cool. And we just had an unlimited, we had a blank slate of what we could try and achieve. And through, multiple meetings and think tanks, I think we came up with something super special.
I can't wait. Well, everyone, I love all of your bodies of work. As a film fan, you guys are incredible. Thanks so much for your time right now. Everybody check out Free Guy when it drops August 13th. Your boy Kuya P, the Nerds of Color, Ethan Tobman, Chris O'Hara, Christophe Beck. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Kuya.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Don't wait,